Hey guys, it's me again. I hadn't made a video in a while and decided it was time to make a new one. As you can see, the two guns, the Colt and the PSA, have had some updates. Or, well, I'll talk about that in a second. First, lightweight mid-length. It's basically, I've decided it's going to be my primary gun now. I'm very satisfied with the reliability of this gun. Functions very well. It shoots very smooth. With that lightweight or lighter weight barrel, it feels very good. It balances perfectly. So I moved the 8.T1 Micro onto it, as well as the DDA 1.5, the Blue Force Gear VCAS, Vickers Combat Application Sling, gunfire charging handle. By the way, even though these guns have mags in them, they are both empty. I just put them in there just because, well, they look nice with those in. Yep, both empty. So yeah, I mean, this gun, self-explanatory, shoots well. I like it. Oh yeah, changed that to the gunfighter grip. This is the Mod Zero without the increased back strap back here. Like the gun a lot. So I'm going to move on to the Colt here. Put this on the Civil War book. There we go. Colt 6920. Well, as you can see, that rail is gone. I like the Daniel Defense rails, in particular the Omega rails, because they're so narrow. However, even with that rail on there, this gun weighs a lot. I mean, we're not talking about a 14-pound M14 clone here, but for an AR, it was starting to get a little. Compared to that gun, this gun felt a little on the hefty side. So I decided, you know what? You don't see too many of these in a stock configuration anymore. I'm going to be that one guy, and I'm going to have a stock configuration Colt 6920. Honestly, I haven't shot it in this configuration, but I liked the way that the lightweight mid-length shot so well, just in iron sights and the simple M16 sling. Even though at least shooting from the bench or just standing up at a table at a range, it works pretty well. I noticed that when I had, say, female friends who wanted to shoot, they definitely picked that one more often than not. And it's a great gun for basically anybody to shoot. Soft shooting, long sight radius with iron sights. Great gun. This gun, short sight radius. It's the trigger. I really like it for a USGI style trigger. It beats the crap out of that one by far. That's a stock PSA trigger. I bought it along with as a whole Lord parts kit. This Colt trigger, it has 4,000 rounds through it now, and God knows how many dry fires, and it feels really, really good, at least for a stock USGI trigger. It's no Geisley SSAE or anything, but it gets the job done. I know a lot of people are like, well, why the heck did you put the A2 grip on there? I do hate the A2 grip, but I kind of wanted to be representative of an M4, or at least the way this gun came from the factory, just because it's very rare you see people keep these guns in that same configuration, along with the M4 buttstock, which until I started looking at other guns, I didn't realize that the Colt M4 buttstock is actually slightly different than a lot of other manufacturers. It almost seems like it's a different polymer blend. In fact, it may very well be. Same thing with the A2 grip. It's contoured differently than a lot of the other non-USGI specification A2 grips. A lot of people probably are thinking that's crazy, they all look the same. No, there's actually some minor differences. Handguards, I know a lot of people hate them. I like these handguards. I like the double heat shield M4 handguards. I have big hands, so they work with me. I get pretty good grip on them. They stay cooler, at least in my experience, than black carbine length MOE handguards. I don't know, maybe it's just because it's Texas in the summer when I had it, as in last year, it was 110 in the shade, but I didn't really care for the MOE handguard in the carbine length. In flat dark earth, in the mid-length, I like it a lot. It's still a little kind of wide here on the bottom, but I can get over that. I mean, I have. I decided that I'm not really shooting past 200 yards, so I'm not really tugging on the sling enough to really notice those point of impact differences, and I'm using 4 MOA ammo to begin with, so it really doesn't matter. I'm using XM193, M855, Wolf, so not really going to notice too much here. It gets the job done. But I'm going to see how this gun shoots. I'm going to do what I should have done in the beginning and shoot this in stock configuration. As soon as I bought it, first thing I did, change the buttstock, change the grips, and change the handguard. That was the very first thing I did. I didn't even shoot it in stock configuration. Now, I have owned ARs before, so I knew that I wasn't a big fan of these types of buttstocks. But honestly, they do work for what they are. I mean, it's a way to attach your sling. It's not as nice as, say, well, what you get on CTR or Roger Superstock. And I'm still looking for one of those. I'll probably wind up putting it on this gun. But it's not too bad in the way it's configured now. It definitely works. That sight radius though, way too short. But it works, and I kind of like it. I mean, and again, the other thing I really like about this gun, and I know that depending on where you live, it can make people upset. But let's see if it's going to let me focus. There it is. Restricted. I can't read apparently. Restricted military, government, law enforcement use only. Export use only. I mean, I don't know what to say. I mean, it's Colt 6920. Stock configuration. You just don't see these guns like this anymore. Everybody mag pulls them out. Kind of like that. Or they use the UTG airsoft knockoff crap, which is just as irritating. But yeah, there you have it, folks. PSA lightweight mid-length, Colt 6920. All right, thanks. Y'all have a great day.